No, not everyone was a worker, though it depends on the definition of that term. The word worker brings to mind manual labor, right? Especially factory workers, what we refer to as blue collar workers. Now, factory workers were indeed a large group in the GDR, probably the largest, but there were other social groups too. In fact, the regime officially recognized two others: collective farmers, farmers who worked on collective agricultural farms, and the so-called intelligentsia. These were better educated individuals who performed non-manual labor, what we would refer to as white-collar workers, like teachers, civil servants, things like that. Soviet bloc states like the GDR officially called themselves workers and farmer states. And that's important because it emphasized that those groups were at the top of the social in theory. And in fact, manual laborers did enjoy a great deal of respect, ideological respect. But as things often are, things look different in practice. Yes, some factory workers did enjoy special privileges if they worked in factories and industrial sectors that were considered to be especially important to the economy. Those workers enjoyed better access to rare goods and services. But the striking thing about the GDR is that every group thought that another group was king. In other words, that other group got better and more privileges. Farmers said this about factory workers, workers said this about handymen, plumbers, electricians. Everyone said it about the so-called nomenclatura. These were high-level party and state officials who had the best access to rare goods and privileges like the right to travel abroad. Despite these perceptions of differences, the actual gaps between different social groups were actually quite small, especially compared to West Germany. And in fact, factory workers often lived in apartments located right next door to doctors and engineers. Well, what about when one compares all of this to the situation in West Germany? East German workers certainly enjoyed an ideologically superior position than West German workers. As I said, they were at the top of the social ladder. Plus, the wealth gap between West German workers and, say, professionals like doctors and lawyers was much greater in West Germany. That said, it's fair to say that the average West German worker was much better off materially than his or her counterpart in East Germany.